A TED Talk about the gays appears a little unconventional. TED Talks are technology, entertainment, and design, hence the TED acronym. These are brief discussions that are educational, intelligent, and credible. They are a place to spread ideas. The TED Foundation started with an acronym, but has since grown into something much broader. According to the TED nonprofit themselves, they quote, began in 1984 as a conference where technology, entertainment, and design converged, and today cover almost all topics, from science to business to global issues, in more than 100 languages, end quote. That is 100 languages worth of people that I believe need a push on becoming more educated on a very global issue. There is a large sum of people that are ill-informed on the struggles of the LGBTQ plus community. This is hurting the people who are considering themselves a part of this group. As a queer woman, it is hurting me. I'm sure it is hurting another person among us in this room. It was hurting Justin Alberg, Leela Alcorn, Brenda Bennett, Kent North, Melanie Rose, and James Whale, all of whom, ranging from 14 to 65, committed an LGBTQ plus related suicide. People ought to become more aware, informed, and empathetic of the mental and physical struggles the LGBTQ plus people are faced with. This will help prevent suicides, lessen the immense fear of coming out on all the people just trying to grow, and it will lessen the frequency of bullying, both in children and adults. While I am aware this one speech won't instantly solve all these problems, it is a voice in a conversation that can't wait any longer to be had. It is quite too literally becoming a life or death situation for future generations to come. Suicide especially has reached a new level where it is awkward to talk about. Everyone is tiptoeing around each other, afraid to offend, which is fair. We have made that the case ourselves over time. We have allowed ourselves to ignore. However, that type of timid approach is pretty much the exact opposite of the direction we should be moving in. We need to discuss the dirty and the unapproachable in order to make an effective, long-lasting improvement. Mental illness is not glamorous, and it is not something that should set back young LGBTQ plus individuals. And just because I am stating LGBTQ plus struggles are important, that does not mean any and all people that deal with mental illness do not matter as well. I simply would like to draw attention where I found it to be lacking. According to the National Alliance of Mental Illness of LGBTQ+, LGBTQ+ individuals are about 3 times more likely to develop a mental illness such as depression or anxiety. While this may not feel staggering, think of someone close to you, your brother, or your dad maybe. Had he been born into the LGBTQ+ community, he may not have made it out of 5th grade. Take the woman sitting next to you, or the gentleman in the back corner. What if he were to be born into the life of Justin Alberg or Leela Alcorn? He would not have made it here today. From the simple fact of being born queer, you are 4 times more likely to take your own life. That is 4 times more likely you would not have had that good breakfast yesterday, or you would have never met that cute guy in college. These people are not only committing suicide, they are erasing memories not yet to be had. They are ending life that could still be worth living. We could save these lives by starting the hard conversations, creating progress for those who have lost their strength. Strength is big muscles and brute power, but strength is also the ability to voice what you're feeling and who you are. Many of us are reflecting as I say these words, thinking, yeah, I'm pretty strong. I'm pretty unapologetic. I don't care what none of these people think about me, and I'm proud. And as you continue to reflect, I'd like you to ponder on the idea that this feeling, it is a privilege. For many of the LGBTQ plus people, unapologetic isn't so easily attained. The ability to voice what you're feeling and whom you feel you are becomes less a matter of strength and more a matter of safety, remaining credible, and the evasion of guilt. The ability to show off who you love and what you like to wear and express, is no longer a teetering game with your own level of self-confidence. Thousands are hiding their true selves, afraid to speak simply because of society. It fears the unknown, and the LGBTQ plus community are the walking, breathing unknown. But we are not scary. We deserve our voices to be heard just as loud as the next person. Often, I spew out these beliefs, and shot back all too quickly is basically a suck it up. A monologue about how the LGBTQ members simply don't have a backbone, need to learn how to stand up for themselves. To this, I beg for a second reflection. on the privilege one holds in being able to act without backlash. How do the 49% of LGBTQ plus people who told Career Building they face different standards, policies in the workplace, how did the 49% of the LGBTQ plus people who told Career Building they face different standards and policies in the workplace have felt diminished and ignored when trying to speak up, stand up for themselves, to the people that provide them money to support themselves? How do the 90% of the 7,000 LGBT middle and high school students surveyed by ACLU who were bullied and beaten based on sexual orientation find the time to use their voice? Those students never had an opportunity to stand up for themselves. They are targeted for their entire being. There is no escaping. Rather than blaming the victims, we should be stopping the perpetrators. The LGBTQ plus community is a beautiful population of people, none of which deserve to be oppressed or bullied, or pushed to such a horrific action as suicide. This population needs our help in the educating of those ignorant to this beauty. We can do this by making this beauty so obnoxiously obvious that it cannot be ignored any longer. We can seek more organizations such as Straight for Equality, who helps those who don't find themselves a part of the community but are more than willing to be an ally. You can gather your own people, walk your own pride walk. What I'm asking for is some long overdue attention, some fight to be put forth. Hearing all the struggles of those around us can be overwhelming. We can hold a lot of empathy for a situation, but feel as though we are unable to help. But I'm here to tell you, for this story, we can help. Look around and pay attention to your neighbors, and take a second to help those who need it. The LGBTQ plus community face hardships every day, a wide set of oppression that is worth talking about. Start the conversation.